Yo guys, Master Markov here, and welcome to Inua, a story in ice and time, with another Steam one-shot and another Next Fest 2021 game demo. So, today we're going to be playing a point-and-click puzzle game that's very similar to other games that I've played on the channel before. Very similar to actual other Steam one-shots before. I'll probably try and link them to this video specifically if anyone wants to see them. And I really like the visual style, because it has a very, I want to say unique one, and then I immediately want to compare it to something else, which usually is a very oxymoronic thing, but it's very pretty, let's just say, for the game's visuals. It has a very cinematic theme to it. Nature has all the time to tell stories endlessly as long as anyone is willing to listen. This life was explained to me through a story of Nanrulurk, the giant bear. No paws nor teeth measured to its own. Its patience and weight were even greater than anyone's. Alright, so this is gonna be very cool. I wonder if this is part of the puzzle. Oh. David, it's me. I didn't wake you, did I? No, I'm up. Just fixing myself a coffee. So, where are you now? I just reached the Parks Canada research ship. Freezing my ass off waiting for Dr. Gervais to come show me around the boat. It's minus 15 here, more like minus 20 with the wind chill and all. I didn't send you there to report the weather, Tiana? Tanya? That's a weird way to spell Tanya. Did you get a chance to read over the documents I sent? Yes, sir. Got all my backpack in case. I need a quick refresher. But as of 4 a.m. this morning, I'm a fully fledged expert on the Franklin expedition. Ready to turn it all into a great story. So long as I don't pass out in the middle of the interview. Damn it, Tanya. I told you to get a good night's rest. That was the plan, until my connecting flight was delayed for 8 hours. But at least gave me plenty of time to get my mind off that weird dream. Can you please just focus for a couple days? I don't want to regret giving you this opportunity. Uh-oh. Sounds like someone needs to finish his coffee. Well, can't stand around all day chit-chatting, David. Some of us have work to do. Grizzly old bastard. He's right, though. This is a great opportunity. Might as well get to work. Hello? Hello? I have an appointment with Mr. Gervais? Alan? Great start. Can't hear me over all the fuss. Over what fuss? Who's fussing? Explore the surroundings to find tokens. Oh, Tanya boards the ship. Okay. Article. Direct a character to enter their mind. What? I guess her. Ooh. Tokens are ideas you can instill into minds to interact with the world. This journalist has had me up her ass. She's barely spoken to me, and it's like I'm invisible. A loss. Who she suggested looking here in the first place? If I hadn't spotted that mass in the ice last winter, it'd still be combing the sea floor 100 kilometers north of here, back where they found the Erebus. But yeah, sure. Talk to the Qualunat scientist. What could you possibly learn from some Inuit kid? Okay. Maybe I should take one last look at my notes. Might help me get my facts straight for a story. Alright, appointment with Alan Surveys, location, yeah. Franklin expedition left England in 1847, 2 ships, Erebus and Terror, both state-of-the-art vessels for the time. 134 experienced sailors aboard. Last time anyone saw the boat, since then, 40 corpses discovered, 90 still missing. Lead poisoning? First tombs on Beachy Island, ships found in Cambridge Bay? Really? Okay. What really happened to the Franklin expedition? What happened to the rest of the crew? What really happened to the Franklin expedition? What happened to the rest of the crew? That's what I'm here to find out. Wait, were we expecting a visit from a journalist today? Talia? Something like that. I can't say I'm too keen on the idea. But the communication department seems to think it's good PR for Parks Canada. Speak of the devil. Ah, so you're the journalist. Why are you planning on loitering outside? Well, you want to freeze to death or come aboard? Funny guy, just try to make a good impression. You must be Alan Gervais. I'm Tanya Hippolyte. Hippolyte? That's weird. I haven't seen anything like that since, like, hoplites in ancient Greece. Tanya, can't wait to catch up, but my hands are full right now. I'll take a look around, try not to touch anything, and we'll get acquainted later, yeah? I just wanted to ask her a few... Fantastic. I think that was a good impression? I don't. Definitely don't. So, he's not coming with us, is he? Anything else I could actually do while I'm here? Good publicity for Parks Canada, they say. That's if she manages to write anything at all. Lucky if she doesn't throw up from seasickness. And again, if she does, at least we'll have a good laugh. Okay, I guess that's all. Tanya learns about the expedition. Cool. I guess I can't do anything with that. Or that for right now. Oh! Ooh, okay. Here comes that journalist. Okay, Maggie, try not to say anything stupid. What's a nice ship like the HMS Terror doing in a place like this? Huh, you know, I'm not completely surprised by where it ended up. We knew the Terror had been stuck in ice with the Erebus about 100 kilometers north of here. I read about that. That's where things really started to go wrong for a Franklin expedition, right? Right, and since the Erebus was found further south in 2014, I figured the Terror would be somewhere between those 2 points. Still, it was a stroke of luck that anyone found it all, and it's in such good condition. Must be so exciting, imagine all the things we could learn from this. We won't have to imagine much longer. Hey, can you use any of that in your piece? Maybe. What's it to ya? Discoveries. Okay, great. Now I could go through all these people's heads. Funny that. Ooh, what the heck is this? That is not a discovery I wanted to... I guess it is a discovery I wanted to make. Never mind. Alright, well, I guess there's only one thing we could do. Tin cans! Time to find out what's on the menu aboard the Terror. These tin cans are really well preserved. Found them on the shelf in the pantry. Wouldn't crack one open, though. Let me guess. Expired? Of course, they may have been tainted with lead from a faulty sealing process. Ah, I read about that. You think that might have been what killed the crew? Not necessarily. From our preliminary tests, levels of lead in the crew's bones are consistent with those of other sailors at the time. Back then, your average Brit was exposed to higher levels of lead than we are today. Joys of living through Industrial Revolution, I guess. That's true. Lots of lead paint. Lots of lead paint. Now I have a toxicology analysis completed in a couple months, and we'll know for sure. And discoveries? Discovery of Terror and landmark moment in the history of Canada. Franklin expedition is stuffed with legend here. Learn about the search from the Northwest Passage in school. A few years ago, Prime Minister Stephen Harper launched an expedition to locate the wrecks. Didn't want to unravel the mystery of what happened to the crew. He also wanted to assert Canadian sovereignty in the area. I want to find the truth behind the myth. Okay, that's all you have to say about that? You, what do you gotta say about tin cans? I don't quite see the point of collecting those old cans, but I guess that's what I drive. What? Okay. I remember an old story the elders used to tell about 2 hunters who found the residues of Erebus before it sank and went in to explore. Down in the belly of the boat, they came across a grinning giant standing there, completely still in the dark. Later we found out it was probably the frozen corpse of one of the crew, and the grin would have been due to scurvy. Hopefully the fish ate the bodies a long time ago. Don't want to see any of that. Suppose you don't. You're least likely to say anything. Anything we find on board the Terror may offer clues to what happened on her last voyage. The more I think about it, the more I'm amazed by what we found. The wreck of the Terror is near perfect condition. That the thing would float if I could bring it to the surface. Keep on at this rate. We'll soon understand what really happened to the Franklin expedition. Cool beans! What do you think of the tin cans? They ate nothing but canned food, had no entertainment, lived lives of constant suffering. No doubt about it, seafarers in the 19th century lived like grad students. Alright. Got a glimpse of the officers' quarters when we were in the submarine. Maps, cabinets, scientific instruments, not to mention the captain's office, perfectly preserved. One thing I really want to get my hands on is ship logbook. Learned so much about those final days aboard the Terror. Divers have looked, but they can't find it anywhere. They used someone to beat us to it. How do you even, like, discern anything from that? When it's literally, you know, underwater. Oh man, journalist is coming over. I play my cards right, maybe I get a mention in this piece of hers. Hi, I'm Tanya from the Discoverer. Mind if I ask a few questions? I understand you've made some interesting discoveries. Interesting would be an understatement. Stuff is groundbreaking. Where do I even begin? I think what our readers really want to know is whether or not we're any closer to finding out what happened to the Terror and her crew. We still got a lot of work to do to figure that out. Work, Jeffrey. Remember the concept? Sorry, no time to chat. Have a look at what we already pulled out today. Might be interesting. I don't think these tin cans are that interesting. A little hungry, but not that hungry. Divers have given the signal. Search basket must be full. Maggie hasn't noticed yet. Could be a chance to look good in front of Alan. Maggie, what are you waiting for? Activate the winch. Huh? Oh, okay, I'll do it right away, but... But what? No excuses. Come on, wake up. We've all got a job to do. It's just that last time I checked you were on winch duty. Damn it. Fine, I'm on it. I've been standing here all day arguing about who's supposed to do what anyways. Wasn't this a friendly work environment? Huh? Discoveries? Judging by the racket, it sounds like they've hauled stuff up from the wreckage. Hope they find something while I'm aboard, and really help my story. And you? What do you still have to say? Oh. I sworn it was her turn. Made a damn fool out of myself. It's not how I'm going to get my postdoctorate. Well, I guess we should check. Never mind. I was gonna say, I guess we should check that out. That's great. Man, there's gonna be a lot of things I gotta ask a lot of people. It's not so easy to make the dead talk. Who knows what happened on board the ship? What do you gotta say? Even after all the expeditions, I still get creeped out when we find human remains. I could imagine you would. Halloween's come early this year. Ever since Cynthia entered this witchcraft phase, I feel like I'm surrounded by skulls. Teenagers. God, I sound just like my dad. Wow, skulls? I got here just in time. Are those the crew? It's been a long time since anyone found human remains from Franklin expedition. Must be a landmark discovery. Dr. Gervais, this 87 more and you'll have the full set. Indeed. Quite the breakthrough. But as is often the case with these discoveries, these remains pose more questions than answers. Why would so many of these men have remained on this ship? They could have risked it and tried to reach the continent on foot. Instead, they waited here to die. Expedition's not over yet. Maybe you'll find your answers. Maybe. Or maybe we'll never know. Or maybe you'll never get out of here alive! Oh, so we're actually going back to... Huh. So we're actually going back to the Franklin expedition. I mean, again, I've read about it, you know, but never really that much. I can't exactly say. I wonder what they're going to have here. Lieutenant, a decision must be made, and quickly, if we are to have any chance of surviving. The heck, that just looks like the dude operating the winch a little bit earlier. Mr. Woodruff, might I remind you I am the last remaining officer on board. I, and I alone, will make the decision about the crew of this ship. There are barely 30 of us left. The summer ahead looks to be as cold as the last, so we must abandon the Terror. Abandon the Terror? Nonsense. You must be well advised to hold your tongue on such matters. Sir, I beg you, please listen to me before it's too late. If we leave now, I'm sure we can still... The only thing we can be sure of, Woodruff, is the next word on this will be your last. That fool's risking our lives. He hasn't got what it takes to be in command. The men still follow him all the same. Is it fear, loyalty, or just blind obedience? I have to find something to convince him to leave the ship with me. Did I tell him about my dream? No, they never believe me. I'm not sure I believe me. There has to be something else. Excuse me, dream? Tanya serves Graham's skull. Reuben reveals Graham's secret. also escape, of course. There's all that, which is great and all. I want to see if there's anything else. Firepower. Could load up the light boats as much as we can carry and drag them south. Food, provisions, items to trade with the Inuit we might meet along the way. It'll be hard work, but I don't see an alternative. Terror was a bomb ship, much like Erebus. We purpose for Arctic exploration. We survived War of 1812, expeditions to the Arctic and Antarctic too. And say I've had such a distinguished career, yet here we both are. Alright, well, if that's all, oh wait, now I can go around the ship. Okay. Death. Oh yeah, that'll convince them when you say death. Dozens of us have died already, and we'll join them if we continue to do nothing. The men are prisoners of the old world. They haven't the stomach to question authority. How many more must we lose before they listen to reason? No, if anyone else has to die, it should be the bastard that keeps us prisoner here. I'll convince him, but I'll do whatever it takes to get off this boat. Don't tell him, though. Tell everybody else. Is there anything else? I mean, I guess not really. Not here. Let's start with the people in the back. Months ago, a few of the men left the ship in an effort to reach a cairn where they could leave a message for the Navy. God knows how far they got. Never heard from him again. Wonder whether the lieutenant has listed names of the dead in his logbook. Certainly spent enough time in his cabin. Typical. Here we are freezing to death in that bastard his own private room. They even got a window. Now that, not that there's much of a view right now. It's close to Stanley and Godser. Proud Scotsman was Godser. Loved to tease me for being Welsh, but always in a good humor. Taught me the basic of medicine. With them gone, I'm a crew's physician by my default. Me of all men. Only mother could see me now. There's little I could do to ward against cold, fatigue, malnutrition, but I have to try. All this military might, the most advanced ship in Her Majesty's Navy. What good are all the guns out here? True that, my friend, true that. Lifeboats. Some good those will do us now. Better use as firewood. Please die here. I long to see Scotland again. I must return home. Ellie, my love, Moira, my treasure, nothing will keep me from seeing you again. Do whatever it takes to get home to you. Be surprised those cannons would even fire for so long in these conditions. Yet Gore has us running them out every morning. For what? What's he expecting to fight out here? Polar bears? Good point, man. Good point. There's even more? Oh. Stuff, huh? The logbook. Lieutenant Graham Gore, last surviving officer aboard HMS Terror. Through our situation's dire, I have full confidence in my admiralty. I'm certain as I write this, recovery operation is underway, such as duty, ensure the Terror is ready for inspection when we're rescued. So 48, September, November. Years at sea with only these wretched, illiterate seamen for company. Conversation is hardly stimulating. I spend my time in quarters, finding solace in one of the many volumes from the ship's well-stocked library. I must read the latest Dickens before the physicians use it for kindling. Mr. Dickens, I hope this letter finds you well. I myself remain icebound in Northwest Territories. Require your assistance in persuading damned Arctic explorer Sir James Clark Ross to lead a rescue expedition. Sadly, I've never met Sir James. I am, however, well acquainted with his cousin Albert. Do you know him? Stripping her for all she's worth, her boom boom, her ding-a-ling-a-ling. No. Canary in the mine, plum bum the depths, poison. Meaty oarsman fatigue sets in, dragging the boy in his magic lantern, wrapping a stone man in the dancing image. 3 hunting or only 1. Where did your 2 brothers go, poor Yorick? Good God. What? Perhaps one day someone will be given the task of sorting through the litany of errors brought us to this point. That's assuming the officer's been recording all their decisions. Doesn't look like he really has. Looks like he's been recording a lot of nonsense. These officers with their endless meetings, big dinners in their comfy cabins, writing everything in their logbooks. Look where it got us. Good riddance, if you ask me. Gore was in his cabin again. What keeps him so occupied in there? His men need leadership, but they're not ready to challenge Gore's authority. I can find an argument to convince them to leave the Terror with me. If I could somehow prove Gore was in the wrong man to lead us, I don't even know what's going on in the head of his. Maybe young Reuben can help. Gore treats him as lackey, but I know the lad trusts me. Henry Clark, and who's Reuben? You. Alright, I don't want to talk to you. Firepower. Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. For thee will I break in pieces a nation, and thee will I destroy kingdoms. I was fun to use it to memorize the parts about fighting. I wonder why that is. These heathens have been burning the prayer book we've been given when we left England. All because the lieutenant will sacrifice his precious library. Don't even forget his beloved logbook. No, he never even let us touch that. We'll have to bury these poor bastards the best we can. But who's going to bury us? Only I could read. I could find comfort in that Bible the pastor gave me before I left home. Lieutenant says we stay here. I suppose he knows best. I look like I have a better plan. Do we go to the captain? I kind of want to see. Alright. We're the boys that fear no noise, whilst the thundering cannons roar. Boom, boom. Campbell, you worthless layabout. Aye, sir. What's the status of the cannon? I'm working full order, sir. I think. Yes. Capital. Keep us good work, lad. We'll make a sailor out of you yet. Lieutenant has us exercising the guns every morning, even after everything has happened. He says it's good for discipline, but it feels more ridiculous with each passing day. If there was a way off the ship, we would have taken it already. Besides, what would we even do out there? How would we survive? How would we find our way? Wouldn't make it far without help. Who's gonna help us? Never have become lieutenant's aide-de-camp if Smith hadn't died. Some promotion that was. Spent most of his days locked in his cabin. Always muttered to himself, scrolling in that logbook of his. Maybe I should tell someone about what I saw this morning, and maybe I would have more trouble than it's worth. I had to say something. Woodruff will know what to do. Woodruff, I need to speak to you about something I saw in Lieutenant Gore's cabin. So I'm writing in his logbook again this morning, but he seemed distressed. Oh? I was curious, but I took a look. My reading ain't so good, but it was nonsense. The mindless ramblings of a madman, so far as I could tell. I worried he's begging to crack under the pressure. I see. You've done the right thing coming to me, lad. If what Reuben says is true, then the men need to know. Deal. Rather swung for news from this, but I'll defend the ship. They're turning on me. Me! What do you have to say for yourself, Lieutenant? Only for myself. I do not answer you, Clark. I do not answer to any of you. Don't you see? I'm trying to help you. I'd rather follow Woodruff into a nice grave. The ship is lost, Lieutenant. No one's coming for us. It's not too late. Come south with us, and there's still a chance, but we must act now. You're still commanding officer, Woodruff. You're still a dirty, illiterate sailor. Say again, nobody will leave this ship. There's no way off this boat, not unless they go through me. There up a steep darkness, a mausoleum. She was the mausoleum by the end. Cold disease, starvation. Not for me, no. That hull so thick yet shattered by the ice. No choice but to leave. Had to sail away aboard the Terror. Who will pay? Who will pay the price for abandoning Erebus? Questions will be asked. The Admiralty will want answers. Me? No, certainly no. It will be such a brilliant career. But if if I can save the Terror and all who sail in her, parades in the name of Lieutenant Graham Gore. Yes, my writings will exonerate me in the eyes of the Admiralty. But these swine, they must not see my logbook. Why, they could barely read, even if they could. Couldn't possibly understand. Couldn't understand the burden it takes to lead the youngest officer on board. This would be a brilliant career. It's worse than I thought. Page after page of drivel, on and on. Lever's never sent poems, drawing. Can't let him hold back any longer. Listen up, lads. You two Gore. 10 years under impression we're about to be rescued. I'm sad to say I don't share his optimism. Enough of your insubordination, Woodruff. I'll have you lashed if you say another word. Lashed? What are you doing the lashing, Lieutenant? The Admiralty? Maybe one of your famous friends can help you. What? It's all here in this logbook, lads. Poor bugger's gone mad. It's gonna get us all killed. Men are still loyal to me, Woodruff. Still loyal to the crown. Perhaps we should let the man answer for themselves, sir. It's starting to believe me. I'm starting to wonder if I may have a way out of this mess. Maybe there's some truth in the dream I had. The last remaining of the officers dead, we outnumber Gore, but only if I can get them all on my side. Let's not talk rebellion just yet. Let's talk to these other dudes. See if they change. Oh my god, they changed every single thing! God dang it! These conditions, the soul's tested as much as the body. It's not a test of many of us have passed. I'd rather take my chances out there than watch another man wither away on this cursed ship. We'll know. Huh? We'll know that we tried at least. Pray to God don't have to treat a gunshot wound. Probably know where to start. Logbooks is nothing but the ravings of a madman. Only there was some way to help the poor souls. I've heard talk of doctors moving parts of the brain in cases like this. I doubt I have the skills for such a procedure. There's one thing that my past experience have taught me. Survival is a matter of will. Gore has been crushed under pressure. It's hard to blame him. If we continue to follow his orders, we're sure to die here. No resistance, and it's better this way. Gore's gone mad? I'll admit it. It wasn't the first time I've seen it happen at sea. There's even a chance we can make it home. We have to take it. Risk everything to see my family one more time. Hope I don't have to fire this pistol. I haven't so much as winged a bird since we've been out here. That madman will condemn us all to an icy grave. Alright, what do you got to say? Woodruff's an odd fellow, but he has something about him. Maybe there's a way out of this after all. I won't listen to reason. Perhaps we'll listen to force. God help him, poor fucker. I had a peek at Gore's feverish scrawlings in this strange script. May not be able to read, but I know devil's work when I see it. No choice left to make. Man will lead us all to hell. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Give up, Lieutenant. From now on, we'll put our faith in the Lord, not you. Hope to God it doesn't end in bloodshed. Never fired a pistol before. How am I gonna fare in a firefight? Which sounds like he has a plan. At the very least, it beats sitting here and waiting to die. Gore has to be stopped. He's out of his mind. I understand him wanting to prove himself, but he's not much older than I. But even I'm old enough to know I don't want to freeze to death here. We're gonna leave this ship and we're gonna live to tell the tale. Mr. Woodruff will show us the way, I'm sure of it. Well, shoot! They're convinced. They're all with me now. No choice but to end this. Alright, Gore, it's over. The men are with me, and we're heading off this godforsaken ship. Scoundrels. Fools! They'll lead you to your graves. Crucifixes by the shore. Pile of rocks atop your bones. It's too late, Lieutenant. You can still come with us. You stole an officer's property, and then you tricked these men with your lies about my writing. How could you understand? How could you possibly understand? You're not thinking clearly, Lieutenant. And why should these men trust a lowly wretch like you? Why, when you left England, you could barely write your own name? Listen, you daft bastard. You're not in charge anymore. You can come with us, or you can freeze to death here. You're leading these men to their deaths, Woodruff. I'll spill your blood before any of you leave this ship. Keep your hands clean, Lieutenant. Oh, God. Is that why there were 3 skulls? What if he just goes bam, 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 and just gets all of them? That would be hilarious. Wow, creepy skull. I got here just in time. It's been a long time since anyone recovered human remains from the Franklin expedition. This is a pretty big find, right? Nah, I guess. Ignore him. He's trying to seem cool in front of the big shot reporter. No, seriously. What more can we learn from a skull? Not interested in tools, personal effects. But it looks like that one died of something other than lead poisoning and frostbite. See? Skull's fractured. Mind if I take a closer look? Oh! Bullet wound. Who knows? Maybe this guy had a story to tell. Stir the object, find clues, combine them to gain new tokens. Tooth looks different than others. Is that a filling? Not exactly cheap back then. Rules out being a simple sailor. And the bullet wound punctured clean through. Can't imagine this would be anything other than a bullet. Poor guy was executed. Little doubt about that. Which means now, mutiny! Listen, science people. What kind of sailor had a filling back in 1845? Who told you could touch that? I guess would be an officer. With a bullet in the forehead seems like close range. Not an expert in the matter, but the whole thing sounds like mutiny to me. Conditions these men faced. Fatigue, starvation, cold. No wonder they revolted. Mutiny? Not a bad idea. He's blowing smoke up Alan's ass all day. They got on the boat. They're full of hope. When they hope faded, what was left? You'll find something to explain what happened on the Terror, what caused their loss. I'd really put my name out there in the scientific community. The rest of the crew, of course. If I'm right about mutiny, this could be a hell of a story to tell. One even that smuck David would be happy about. But I need to be solid. Wonder if I can get Dr. Gervais to confirm it. So, Alan, what do you say? About the whole mutiny thing? I think you've been watching too much TV. Damn it. No, there are plenty of explanations for what might have happened here. Goddamn son of a... Years of hard work and she's about to steal my discovery. If the press come out with this before the Prime Minister, well, that'll ruin everything. Better get off my ship before she ruins my career. Well, if you'll excuse me, I have plenty of work to get on with. I'll let you fondle any more skulls for the moment. Wait, but I thought... have what's-his-face take you back to shore on the Zodiac. I'm sure you're eager to get a cup of coffee, but let's catch up tomorrow at base camp, yeah? Fantastic. Off you go. So much for a good first impression. This guy's shutting me out already. What's Davey gonna say if I even get on the research ship? Or if I can't even get on the research ship. Oh my god. And that has been the demo so far. So, discover Tanya's, Simon, and Peter's destiny in Inua. Oh. A story in ice and time. Wishlist on Steam for latest updates about the game. So, we're going to be going through Tanya's story, Simon's story from on the actual expedition, and then something in the future? Questions for later. But, for now, we're going to end this episode here. And if you guys like this video, like, comment, subscribe down below. And I hope to see you next time. More Steam one-shots, more Next Fest 2021 game demos, and more Inua, a story in ice and time. Peace.